Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Sales Unboxing. If you'd like to know what Transformers toys or collectibles we'll be unboxing next, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell button. Many new Transformers figures have been released ever since the beginning of the new year, and we've received this one recently that we are so eager to unbox with all of you. This is what we'll be unboxing this week. Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Rise of the Beasts 1/16 Apelinq from Hasbro and Takara. We've talked about Transformers Rise of the Beast movie that was released in 2023 mainly because we've unboxed quite a few of YOLO Park's AMK model kits from the movie. But more importantly, we unboxed a Studio Series 106 Optimus Primal about a year something ago, so we are not going to discuss the movie any further. If you missed any of our previous unboxing, you can always check out the links below and across our channel page. Let's talk about Apelinq instead. He may have a primitive outlook, but Apelinq was a reasonable Maximal leader before appointing Optimus Primal as the new leader. He's the type who's willing to sacrifice his own life to save not just his kind, but his whole planet. And as with all the Maximals, his number one task was to guard the transwarp key, which allow entities to travel or warp between time and space in an instant. Much like Goku's instant transmission in Dragon Ball series or Doraemon's Anywhere Door in Doraemon series. Of course, Unicron would eye on such a precious gadget, which could allow him to conquer the whole universe in no time. Apelinq entrusted the transwarp key to Optimus Primal to protect it at all costs, whom eventually traveled to Earth before he was killed by Scourge. Although his screen time was 3 minutes tops, his heroic image has left a strong impression in many fans' hearts, and finally, he's made his way to the Studio Series lineup that we have in here. Let's have a look at the packaging first. As a leader class figure, the box for Apelinq is a bit bigger, and it adopts the current Studio Series standard of an open window design, unlike the 106 Optimus Primal that we unboxed before. And by the way, there is a version of Optimus Primal that uses the same design as this one, so don't be surprised if you see two different versions of Optimus Primal out there. We can see the movie title on the top left corner, and a very nice illustration of Apelinq on the bottom left. Thanks to the open window, we can see the actual Apelinq figure already transformed to his beast mode. On the back, we can see that Apelinq can transform between robot and ape modes in 34 steps. We can also see his accessories as well as the transwarp key and the now standard removable backdrop in the Studio Series. Let's unbox the contents for a further look. Here we go. Alright, we have everything taken out from the box, including the main Apelinq figure, his arm place accessories that can be attached in both modes, plus the very important transwarp key. And of course the instruction manual and the removable backdrop. Since we've unboxed Optimus Primal last time, we may do a quick comparison of both instead this time, and you'll see why in a bit. And we have the Studio Series Optimus Primal in here. Let's go with the Ape mode first. We can see that both look extremely similar to each other, including the height, which before transformation is slightly less than 8 inches. They both have dark color schemes, and mainly in dark gray and metallic gray, even though Apelinq looks a little bit lighter in the gray area, literally. If you look more closely, some scratch painting and weathering effects have been applied to Apelinq that we don't really see much on Optimus Primal, probably to show his battle experience. But you can tell they are basically from the same mode and design. There are some differences though, such as the shape of the shoulder armors, forearms, and the battle masks. If we recall from the movie or even from the box illustration, let me just take them out. We can see that Apelinq and Optimus Primal don different looking battle masks, although it may be harder to see on the actual figures. We'll go back to robot mode once we have transformed them for another look. Let's look at the accessories. Apelinq's figure comes with these two arm blade / sword type of weapon accessories, and the arm blades can be attached to both of his arms or connect with these two chains to make them look like a pair of scythes. On the other hand, Optimus Primal gets a pair of scimitars, which are these two, and they can be held with both hands, connect with the chain pieces similar to this one, or mount on the back. So the two figures can make good use of their own weapons. We also have two transwarp keys in here, with Apelinq's one at the bottom in just metallic orange, while Optimus Primal's one got the silverish trim on the outside. Now let's transform Apelinq to robot mode for further look. Just give me a moment. So from Ape mode to robot mode in 34 steps, which is exactly the same number of steps it takes to transform Optimus Primal, and that further shows us both figures are based off the same model design. And we have both transformed into robot mode for comparison. We can see the similarities of both when we put them side by side, all the way from the head sculpt to torso and legs. Even the coloring is very similar to, except again, more battle damages on Apelinq than on Optimus Primal, and you can see it's a lighter gray color compared to Optimus Primal's darker gray. But we can still tell them apart, like the different shoulder armor and the forearm design, slightly different color tones. And for Apelinq, we have the Maximal insignia in here. And let's have a look at the head. Optimus Primal resembles the one from Beast Wars Transformers of the CG animated series in 1996, while Apelinq has a full battle mask covering the mouth part. The eyes of Optimus Primal are green, it may be a little bit hard to see, while those for Apelinq are reddish orange. Articulation wise, both are identical, including the movement of the head, wide range of motion of the arms, the opening and closing of the fists, that they can wield their weapons and transwarp keys easily, although the thumbs are fixated for both. And very flexible legs and ankles for striking the best action poses. I honestly prefer the robot mode of both, as they look nicer with better proportions than Ape mode, yet they screen Transformers at the same time. Now this dream team can fight side by side. Oh, drop something. And don't forget about the removable backdrop of the jungle scene. And in case you're wondering, both backdrops are basically the same, except for the numbering at the corner, and the Apelinq one is just a magnified one or zoomed in one from Optimus Primal. So that's it for this episode of Cells Unboxing. If you enjoyed this unboxing and comparison video, please give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and share with others who love Transformers and Rise of the Beasts movie. We just can't get enough of new Transformers toys, and we can guarantee there will be more to come for the coming months. So until next time, Maximals, maximize.